Okay, ji, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. There are two parts of this live streaming that we are doing. Second part, I will leave to Hassan Rahman and his team about fundraising. The first part is about announcing the results for the election and the next president and the Secretary General for Nustian USA. So I will quickly go with a background as to what was going on before we announce these results. So as you can see, so a little background about our organization. As all know that we registered this organization as a Nustian USA in Arizona in 2018, and the same year in November we got the status of 501c3 nonprofit, which means in simple words that whatever the donation that you give to our organization, it is considered as tax deductible, and you can claim it on your tax returns as per your tax bracket. When this organization was registered, there were initially 4 directors, and the key appointments are like President, Secretary General, Treasurer, VP Coordination, VP Alumni, VP Academics. So, and the important thing is that we are registered in all 30 plus states which require the nonprofit to be registered for any fundraising related activities. Our mission statement from the get-go was very simple, that we wanted to work for the alumni in the United States as well as the alumni that are in Pakistan and the students who are studying at the National University of Science and Technology. Objectives were very clear from the very get-go. We wanted to work in the academics. We wanted to community and social impact. We wanted to develop the leadership. We wanted to engage with all our members, industrial outreach. We wanted to sponsor the future, scholarships. And we want to, through our social activity, we want to be stronger together. We wanted to create that spirit among all our members. So far, we have about 1,200 members. There are 7 trustees. There are 31 NEC members, that is Executive Core Committee. And among those 64 volunteers, there are 16 alumni, there are 48 alum. All the members belong to all the 17 schools or plus schools that we have under NUST. As I said, we operate through 7 regional chapters, but there are several cities which are more active. So we are actively trying to organize all other chapters in different cities. But at the moment, there are cities like Boston and DC and New York City and New Jersey, all the way to Silicon Valley. And you can see that we are registered in all these cities. They are for the participation in any of the Nustian related elections. It is very important that to keep certain points in mind, and what those points are. To participate in president election, to be considered for other key appointment, candidate have to be an active member for at least 3 consecutive years. The president should have been a regional lead of Nustian or served as a Nustian executive committee in past 3 years. Members meeting the criteria to president, secretary general of the organization will contest the election as a panel. So these were some of the criteria that we had laid down for the president and the secretary general, and the city leads. They were open. Anyone can become a city lead if he is legally in the United States and member of the Nustian. And definitely at the end, president-elect and the panel will serve for the period of 2 years. So we sought the nominations, and we wanted to always have 2 phases. In the first phase, we wanted to have the city leads, and in the second phase, we wanted to have the election. If there are more than 2 candidates in the form of president or secretary general, there are 2 panels, then we wanted to have the second phase for the election. But this is a second election since our inception. Even during this election, we had only 1 candidate who qualified for these to become the president of the Nustian USA chapter. So we didn't hold any election as such. So I will share the list and the nomination in a second. So we we had election cell, and election cell members, basically we have 1 member at least from each region. So these were the members of our election cell for this year, 2023. We have Amber Abbas from Southern California, Tahir from Silicon Valley, Kashif from Northeast, Amir Rao Midwest, Afan Southwest, Aisha Midwest, Tipu Qureshi North, and Wamis from Southeast. So these were those members, so I will share next. I will share the nomination that we received, and give me 1 second. I need to open that Google Sheet, and I have to like stop the sharing once again. As if you have it, I think.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
You can now talk.
Okay. So yes, thank you, Asan. So all the nominations that we get, that is on the screen right now. So beside that, first I want to mention the serial number 13, that is president. We received 2 nominations. One was for Azim, another was for Hamad. Hamad, and after trying to see as to where Hamad and Azim stands for the election process, Hamad withdrew his nomination, and Azim was the only candidate for this position. So, but Azim and Hamad agreed to work together. So Azim will be the next president of the Nustian USA. So I congratulate Azim, and Hamad Khan will be his Secretary General. Beside these 2 nominations, we received a few new volunteers, and such as from Dallas City, we received nomination from Saeed Alam and Zora. From DC, we have Hamza. From Chicago, we have Talal Azam. From Austin, we have Khayyam. From Phoenix, Waqas. Houston, Danesh. And Silicon Valley, we have 3, Zishan, Waqar, and Sayed Tabassum. From Boston, we have Arslan Khalid. We also received nomination for VP Communication and Industrial Linkages, although we didn't ask, but I will leave these nominations since we didn't ask for it. So Azim and Hamad will decide who will be the next VP Industrial, VP Communication, VP Coordination. And similarly, VP Alumni. These are all positions that will be mutually decided by the next team. And membership lead, Yusra, and Mavish, she also volunteered for any other opportunities. So these were some of the candidates, and I want to congratulate once again Dr. Azim Server for the next president of the Nustian USA.